let's talk about Texas Tech and what the hell it is that they are building, which feels significant. What's up, kid folks? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching the #1 college football show, welcome. Thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. So if that is something you're into, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and you tell me, do you think Texas Tech is going to win the Big 12 championship and or make the college football playoff for the first time in its history? Because damn sure feels like that's what they're going for, okay? So they added David Bailey, who went into the portal after head coach Stanford was fired, and he is a 6'3", 250-pound grad transfer. He's a monster. He has been a monster. You know who else is a monster? Romello Height. You know who else is a monster? Quinn Joyner. They've added all these dudes at Texas Tech. They spent $10 million in the winter transfer portal to go get most of these dudes, and as they become available, they're scooping them up. So, as happens, I was asked by my bosses to take a look around and do some numbers and just give a what for and a how now, how I see the Big 10 and the Big 12 looking, right? So that inclines, that's me writing down what I know, sharing it with them, and then they'll make some decisions. But one of the things that they were kind of raising an eyebrow at was Texas Tech? Really? Yeah, dog. They want it, and they want it really, really bad. And I'm always going to be high on two things: a returning head coach with a starting quarterback that's been in the system and play for him. And now, how much money are you willing to invest into this thing called the transfer portal? And they've got their very own Boone Pickens down there going, hey, how much you need? Homie, how much you need? Let's do this. Because you saw what Arizona State was able to do last year and got to go, why the hell not us? You saw what Colorado was able to do last year, said, why the hell not us? You saw what Indiana was able to do last year, and you said, why not us? And this is what it is in Lubbock, Texas right now. They don't give a damn what the number is. They're going to spend the money necessary to try to make themselves not just competitive, but competitive enough to go out and win it. It is a program that has been on the verge for the better part of 3 years, okay? This begins with Joey Maguire. And if you are new to Joey Maguire, there is a mountain of research for you to do, but I'm going to distill it as best I can. Joey Maguire is already in the Texas High School Football Coach Association Hall of Fame, which is his very own lobbying committee. Like, it's bigger than most. I'd say that they got more sway than most Group of 5 conferences. Like, I'm dead serious. The men that come out of that system, the men that coach in college football, the men that become players, they're all monsters. Will Stein at Oregon comes to mind. Matt Powledge at Baylor comes to mind. G.J. Kinney, who I went to school with, comes to mind. Jeff Traylor comes to mind. But Joey Maguire's programs are legendary. The man put together a record of 141-42. I'll say that again. 141 wins, 42 losses. State championship. Went to go work for Matt Rule at Baylor, and it was very clear to everybody he's going to be a head coach sooner rather than later, okay? That's just the way it was always going to be. And if you've ever met Joey Maguire, you know the man exudes exuberance. He's joyful. He's spirited. He loves his work. He loves his players. If there is a white version of Deion Sanders, it might be Joey Maguire. You know what I'm saying? And by that, I mean a guy that is going to tell you what he thinks. He's not going to hide it from you. He's not going to hide what his players are capable of. And he is going to be very clear about what he expects. So, like, one of the things that they said was, what do we need to go get? An offensive line and a defensive line. Can we go get one of those? And those are difficult things to get, if for no other reason than the good Lord don't make too many of them that are that big, that are that strong, and that athletic, that nimble, okay? It's a shortage. There's always going to be a shortage of offensive linemen, especially at tackle positions, defensive linemen, especially at tackle positions. The men that can play those positions usually end up at Bama, Georgia, Texas. We keep going, Notre Dame, Ohio State. But getting them to Lubbock, Texas, which, by the way, is Mars, is real difficult. Like, people want to talk noise about Norman, Oklahoma. Like, it's in the middle of nowhere and ain't nothing here. First of all, Oklahoma City right there. We ain't nothing but a 3-hour drive to Dallas. And from Dallas, you can go anywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Plus, I pay close attention to Texas high school football because Oklahoma spends a lot of time down there. But it's also like, it's right there. It's south of me. Like, it's right there. Matter of fact, it feels like I can just go to Houston anytime I want. Matter of fact, might be able to go find somebody down there that want to do something with me. let me stop, because if I go down to South Houston, I might not come back. I might not come back, dog. That's what South Houston be doing to me. But Lubbock got the Norman problem that y'all talking about. Lubbock is actually Mars. Like, it's actually another friggin' planet. Like, to get down there is not no easy. I drove to Lubbock, Texas from Norman, Oklahoma, where I lived and was covering OU football, to get down there to Jones. And I got to tell y'all, man, I was not feeling great. Like, it felt like I better have Silas Greaves with me and 2 6-shooters and a rifle, because I felt it was real gunslingery. I felt like Django was around the corner somewhere, and I don't mean Jamie Foxx, all right? I thought that I might be in a spaghetti western anytime, and it wouldn't be. You know how I go for the black man in a spaghetti western? It don't go well. No. I needed to be Bass Reeves or better, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, all right? I felt like, ooh, please don't let this car break down, because that's what it means. But the way in which Joey Maguire has gone about his business, the way that they have been throwing money at that program, the way that y'all think about Coach Eric Taylor and that there Friday Night Lights, I love that TV show, by the way. I'm glad it's making a comeback. But the way y'all feel about Eric Taylor is the way you should be feeling about Joey Maguire. He's that dude. He's always been that dude. And now they're going to give him the money to go get players, and he ain't shy about spending it. Again, David Bailey's one thing. Romello Heights another. Going to USC to get Quentin Joyner, that's something else. I'm not going to be shocked to find out that it's at the top right now, man. It feels like Iowa State, Texas Tech, they're going to just be right there. Depending on what you get out of Devin Dampier at Utah, they might be right there too. Colorado's going to be Colorado. We'll see, right? Caden Salter gets figured out, it's a monster. But it could be Colorado versus Texas Tech in the Big 12 championship, playing for the opportunity to play in the college football playoff, because it doesn't feel like you're going to get more than 1 or 2 teams in there, depending on how the rest of this goes for the SEC and the Big 10. But I wanted to get out here and say this, because after the David Bailey thing, it's like I can't avoid it anymore. We got to talk about Texas Tech, even if nobody watches this segment. And that's one of the other reasons why I ended up talking about subjects I ended up talking about, the topics that we talk about. Those are the ones y'all watch. So for the people that are going, hey, a lot of Ohio State, a lot of Colorado, a lot of whatever on the channel, this is one of those that y'all talking about that I don't do, that I'm doing right now, okay? So we're going to see just how many of y'all showed up to watch this. And I'm guarantee you, ain't going to be no 10K views. That ain't what it is. This is one for the love of the game. This is me running the go route on the dagger concept. Somebody else going to get that football. But it ain't going to be me. So I'm going to just have fun run here. For those of y'all don't know, dagger is to one side of the field, your X receiver on the outside of the numbers, he going to run the deep end or the dig, depending on how you got to draw up a playbook. And the other dude at your Y, he going to run your go route. And you're going to throw the deep end. You're trying to get the safety to go with the go route so you can open up that window to throw through. Leave it to me, though. I feel like I can make that throw, so I'm going to throw the go route. We'll see if you do, too. If you like this, let me know that you want to see more of these where I tackle some of the teams that don't have the larger fan bases. But again, we in this thing to get the people to show up to watch it. So if y'all showing up to watch it, I'm going to keep making it.